Ever wondered who rocked the music scene in the fabulous 50s? Well, strap in, as we dive into a time when music was reinventing itself, giving birth to the sounds and styles that still echo in today's tunes. We'll be exploring the lives, the artistry, and the impact of 5 of the most influential music artists of the 1950s. First on our list is the king of rock and roll himself, Elvis Presley, whose thrilling performances and unique blend of musical styles left an indelible mark on the world of music. We'll then groove to the rhythm of Chuck Berry, hailed as the father of rock and roll. Not to be outdone, Little Richard, the architect of rock and roll, will also get his moment in the spotlight. We'll then sway to the soulful tunes of Ray Charles, the genius of soul, before we wrap up with the deep, resonant voice of Johnny Cash, famously known as the Man in Black. Stay tuned to uncover the fascinating stories behind these iconic names. First on our list is none other than the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. Born in 1935 in Tupelo, Mississippi, Elvis Aaron Presley's journey to stardom began with a simple guitar gift on his 11th birthday. His unique blend of country music and rhythm and blues, coupled with his distinctive vocal style, soon catapulted him to the forefront of the music scene in the 1950s. He was a force of nature, his gyrating hips causing a stir, but it was his music that made him a legend. With hits like Heartbreak Hotel, Jailhouse Rock, and Love Me Tender, Elvis became the voice of a generation. His influence was far-reaching, shaping the sound of future artists and forever changing the landscape of music. Elvis wasn't just a singer, he was a cultural phenomenon. His music bridged the gap between white and black audiences, and he became a symbol of the changing social dynamics of the time. Elvis Presley, forever an icon, left an indelible mark on the world of music. Next up, we have the father of rock and roll, Chuck Berry. Born in St. Louis, Missouri in the early 20th century, Berry faced a challenging upbringing. However, these challenges did nothing to dampen his passion for music. He broke into the music industry with a bang in the mid-50s, forever changing the scene with his unique guitar style and infectious energy. Berry's most influential songs, such as Maybelline and Johnny B. Good, are still hailed as classics today. His guitar riffs were unlike anything people had heard before, blending rhythm and blues with a rock and roll twist that was revolutionary for its time. His electrifying performances were a sight to behold, leaving audiences captivated and forever setting the standard for what it meant to be a true rock and roll star. Beyond his music, Berry's legacy lies in his profound impact on the genre. He was a trailblazer, giving rock and roll its distinctive edge and paving the way for countless musicians that followed. Chuck Berry, a pioneering figure, truly defined the rhythm and blues of the 50s. Third on our list, meet Little Richard, the architect of rock and roll. Born Richard Wayne Penniman, this dynamic artist burst onto the music scene in the mid-50s, transforming the landscape of popular music with his flamboyant performance style and distinctive voice. Richard's career began in earnest with the release of Tutti Frutti in 1955. His unique blend of boogie-woogie, rhythm and blues, and gospel quickly caught the public's attention, and he soon became a household name. Richard's showmanship was nothing short of electric. His energy was palpable, his piano playing frenetic, and his vocal style unmatched. Hits like Long Tall Sally and Good Golly Miss Molly only cemented Richard's place in the annals of rock and roll history. His music and performance style influenced countless artists, from the Beatles to Elton John, shaping the genre as we know it today. Little Richard, with his high-energy performances, brought a new dimension to the music of the 50s. Fourth on our list is the genius of soul, Ray Charles. Born to a poor family in the heart of Georgia, Charles's life was filled with adversity from the start. Despite losing his sight at the tender age of 7, Charles's passion for music remained unscathed. His resilience led him to a breakthrough in the 1950s music scene, where he ingeniously blended rhythm and blues, creating a unique sound that had never been heard before. With hits like I Got a Woman and What I Say, Charles gave a new dimension to popular music, paving the way for the soul genre. His powerful voice and emotive delivery connected with audiences across the globe, transcending barriers of race, age, and class. His music became a symbol of unity in a time of great division, and his influence is still felt in the industry today. Ray Charles, a trailblazer, left a profound influence on the music industry. Last but not least, we have the Man in Black, Johnny Cash. An icon of the 1950s music scene, Cash started out in the industry as a young man, brimming with talent and a distinctive, deep, calm voice that would soon become his trademark. His early career saw him dabbling in various genres, but it was his unique blend of country, rock and roll, and gospel that propelled him to stardom. His songs, often laced with themes of sorrow, moral tribulation, and redemption, struck a chord with listeners. Tracks like I Walk the Line and Ring of Fire are not just famous, they are timeless, continuing to influence musicians and charm audiences even today. Johnny Cash's impact on the music of the 1950s was profound. His raw honesty and unflinching storytelling painted the world in shades of black, offering a stark contrast to the vibrant hues of the rock and roll scene. Johnny Cash, an emblem of country music, forever etched his name in the annals of music history. And so we have journeyed through the lives and legacies of 5 of the most influential music artists of the 1950s. Elvis Presley, who ruled the era as the undisputed king of rock and roll, with his electrifying performances and iconic style. Then, we delved into the life of Chuck Berry, the father of rock and roll, whose innovative music and dynamic stage presence revolutionized the genre. Moving on, we explored the world of Little Richard, the architect of rock and roll, whose flamboyant style and powerful vocals laid the blueprint for this genre. We also paid tribute to Ray Charles, the genius of soul, whose fusion of gospel and blues gave birth to soul music. Lastly, we honored Johnny Cash, the Man in Black, whose deep, resonant voice and rebellious spirit gave country music a new edge. These artists, with their unique styles and exceptional talents, shaped the music scene in the 1950s and continue to inspire musicians today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.